Hello, this is Steve with the free Bullion Investment Guide. Today I'm doing the very first of my video analysis of Bitcoin. I've actually, for those who do not know, I used to post a blog on Steemit about Bitcoin. I also covered Stellar and what else? Tron. Tron was the other one that I did, and I haven't touched it. I haven't touched it since I think September. This is my last post on Steemit about Bitcoin, and as you can see, I expected more downside, and that's what we got. Now, I'm really not going to go over these blog posts to tell you about what I've been paying attention to, but if you have been paying any attention to my gold or silver or US dollar videos that I've done anywhere in the last 2-3 weeks, you will have noticed that Bitcoin has been coming up further on my ticker symbols here. And that's really because I've been seeing some movement, and because of yesterday's movement of over $500, I've decided to just go ahead and start covering Bitcoin. And I may start also covering some others. I personally own, for all disclosure, Stellar and Tron and Gigabyte. But I own barely, maybe actually just like pennies of Bitcoin. I don't really own any of Bitcoin. I really see, I mean, my overall view is I love Bitcoin and all altcoins as well as gold and silver. It doesn't my area's thoughts of gold and silver are different and same, but I like those other altcoins more than I like Bitcoin. But Bitcoin is still the biggest player in the sector. So that's it, for somebody not to follow it would be ridiculous, to be completely honest with you. But this chart right here is my Bitcoin chart, and it leads back to this blog post here that where I pointed out the reasons and how the 5,000 mark became a support level. Now, clearly, as you can see, is I haven't updated my chart since the last blog post, but I'll do that in the next video and make this a resistance level unless Bitcoin goes over 4,700. But that isn't, we don't know if that's going to happen. I've been watching other people's videos, and they really haven't touched on what I am about to show you on what I've been seeing in the chart. So let's get to that. What I have, first off, what a lot of people I notice are paying attention to is the volume and so on. And that's all nice and dandy. You can pay attention to volume. It does tell you a lot about what's going to happen in a price. However, I look at also other indicators, and what I've been noticing is this is the monthly chart, and I have been paying attention to the RSI and the MACD, and I have been noticing, now I clearly realize that these might be getting in the way of your view, but if you pay attention to the MACD and the RSI, we can all see that the RSI got below zero, that the MACD looked like it peaked in the monthly chart and now has come down, and it's now starting to look like it's making a new transition. Now, what it does in the future, I have no idea. I mean, Bitcoin is like, it's like the bastard child to silver. I mean, silver is the bastard child of gold. Bitcoin is like the extreme red-headed bastard child of silver. To try to figure out how it's going to move, it has burned me a lot of times. So just keep that in mind. But this is what I've been paying attention to. And if we break it down to the weekly chart, you can see that Bitcoin was up, and then it's been basically going bottom feeding for the last several months. months, years, for the last several months, really. It was in nowhere's land since basically 2018, since Christmas 2018. We've been just seeing down, 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 and we may get even more down, down after this one, but it's not going to, I'm probably most likely going to continue these updates at least weekly unless we see some price movement. And when I was doing my Steemit posts, I was doing it every other day, because that's how Bitcoin moves. You have to, it's not like gold and silver. You have to stay on top of it and really try to help people figure out where it's going to go. And if it moves above 5,000, who knows? But right now, it peaked above 5,000 a little bit. We can see right there about 5130. It looks like it peaked. But anyways, back to my hypothesis. We can see that the price of Bitcoin in the MACD has been bottom feeding basically in the MACD, and it looks like it's starting to move a little higher. And we may see some consolidation in this is the weekly chart. We can see the weekly right up there. So, and the RSI is starting to move up again. But that's not a bad thing. In the daily chart, we can also see the spike right here. It's really gotten overbought, which is all expected in a $500 jump. We can also see the RSI was slowly building, which was something that I was paying attention to as well. We really have to see what it does after today and in the near future. I'm going to continue consolidating the chart here. In the 4-hour chart, we still see the peak there up above around 5130, and we can still now start to see some consolidation. The MACD is really spreading apart, which says that it's really overbought. The RSI is clearly high in the indicator as well. So let's move to the 1 hour. Now, the 1 hour tells us a little bit more, and that's really where you have to break down Bitcoin. You got to look at the 1 hour charts, because long term, clearly you can go to the longer charts, which is what I was paying attention to. We were seeing the bottoming out of Bitcoin and in the MACD and the RSI, which may be an indication that things are changing. I can't tell you, but this is my first video of analysis, and we'll have to see. And really, news, I mean, there's so much news about Bitcoin. It's really hard to tell what one thing send it up. Who knows? But it may send it back down for all we know. But anyways, we start to see some bull flags here with the 1 hour chart. So that's some bullish signs to pay attention to. And then we take a look at the 45-minute chart. Still, it looks like finally now that we might be seeing some more consolidation in the MACD, and we might see another bump up. Who knows? I'm going to move to the 30-minute chart still again, and we can see here that the 5,000 mark held. Really, somebody shot the moon at the 5130 mark, but it looks like the bears came back in and sold off at 5,000, and it hasn't been able to pop back up yet. So who knows? And really, what we're seeing right now is price stability. What we've seen since the price spike early in the morning, it looks like around 5 a.m. Was it around 5 a.m.? Let's see here. Yeah, around 5:15. But really what we've seen since the spike up is stability and not a crash back down. We're seeing the MACD, we're seeing it come back down to normal levels, zeroing out. So we may see, who knows, another pop. I don't know. But I wanted to go over the chart with you. I wanted to show you what I was looking at, and just to reiterate what I was looking at was the monthly chart. We can see that Had a death cross there. We might see a golden cross sometime in the next couple of months. Maybe sooner, who knows? But clearly the MACD and the RSI look like they might be transitioning and moving up. So we'll have to see. This is, again, my first video on Bitcoin, but if I will leave you I will leave links to this post and the other one, as well as let me see here, my feed, or excuse me, my blog on Steemit. Most of what I've been doing I've always been doing gold, silver, and the US dollar since I think before 2015 basically. But it's been since this was my last Bitcoin video. So as I said, I've done Stellar before in the past. I really love Stellar. I'm a big fan of Stellar, but everybody has their own coins that they love, and it's full. For full disclosure, I own Stellar, I own Tron, I own Digibyte, I think it's called, and NEM, I can't even remember what the name of that one is. Some Ripple I also own, and I think that's it. I think that's it. I would have to. That's the whole point. I haven't traded for. I've just been holding on to what I have, and it's really not that much. So as far as my holdings and altcoins are very little, but I will put links down in the bottom for everything that I've gone over today and my Steemit blog, and I will likely post this video on Steemit as well. But as far as putting it on the guide, I doubt it. I don't usually put my Bitcoin stuff on the guide's blog. I don't think I ever have. We would have to go back and take a no. I've never put my Steemit or my Bitcoin or Tron or stuff like that on the free bullion investment guide, which is all about bullion and cancer research, gold nanoparticle cancer research. So anyways, that's it for today. I will likely come back if really what I'm looking at is for gold to move above, not gold, Bitcoin to jump up above 5,000. We'll see what happens, and we'll see what happens in the days to come. If it falls, I'll do a video. If it rises, I'll do a video. But probably won't do a video till probably Friday during the day. Since I've said it just now, I'll probably do it Friday during the day. And I just hope you have a great week, and take care, and God bless.